Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Learn with Animesh. You are watching Learn Playwright with TypeScript series. In the last lecture, we learned about debugging test in Playwright. In this lecture, we'll learn about test parameterization, what is test hook, different type of hooks in Playwright. Let's get started. If you are new into test automation, you must be wondering what is this parameterization test means. So as the name is complicated but the concept is quite simple, parameterizing test means executing the same test with multiple sets of data. So you must be wondering why do you need this? So let me give you an example. Let me go into the registration form of our application, and let's say the requirement is that you have to create a test user or test data for 10 different type of registered user. So you need to create test data for 10 user. So you decided to write automation script which will create test data by registering 10 test users. So if you are writing each test the same step for different set of data, you have an inefficient way to create test data. So you are duplicating test code, but in this test parameterization concept actually comes for a rescue. So you can parameterize those tests and then you can have a same step, but you can read the test data from any file like CSV, Excel, or any TypeScript or JavaScript file or from database, and you can execute the same test with the help of test parameterization. So let's understand the concept by going through a VS Code. So till now, as we have spoken, so if you want to write this registration user test, so registration user test you can write using this set of lines here. So in this test, we are identifying the locators like first name, last name, email, phone number, and we are filling with the hard-coded data. So in this scenario, if you want to create 10 test user, you have to write the same set of code 10 times. So this is one of the inefficient way to write a test code, but that's why the test parameterization comes into picture. In Playwright, you can parameterize a test in two different types. One is test level, one is project level. So in this lecture, we'll learn about how can we parameterize a test in test level, and when I'll be explaining test fixtures in Playwright, then I'll be explaining project level test parameterization, as it is a quite advanced concept. So I decided to explain it when I'll be explaining the fixture, which is also a quite advanced topic. So let's see how we can solve the underlying issue using test parameterization in Playwright. So here you have, let's say, four different type of test data. So you need to fill test data in the registration form. So in this data.ts file, if you go inside this file contains a test data array, which is an array of four different objects, which contains first name, last name, email, phone number, password, and confirm password, which is needed for registration field. So each array element is an object with those, and we can use this. So this can be a JSON file or can be an Excel or CSV file, or you can read data from database. The concept will be same in the test parameterization. In this scenario, I'm just explaining using a .TypeScript array, so which is easier for you to understand this. But when I'll be creating a framework, we'll be reading this data from a CSV file. So in order to read this data from a CSV file, you will be reading the data with a utility method from CSV file, and you will be converting that to an array of objects, and then you will be putting that in the test. Let's see how can we parameterize a test here. If you can focus on line 21, this test data is the array of objects, and each object in each array. So each array in JavaScript or TypeScript have this for each method. So you can also call it as a for each loop. So this for each method will execute for each set of array element, and it takes a callback function. The callback function takes a data. So this data each iteration it will contains each object, which is first name, last name, email, phone number, password, and confirm password. So this test can use this as a test data on each iteration, and the loop will run until the length of the array, which is in this scenario this is 4. So I have 4 data in the array, so this test data.forEach will execute 4 times. And inside this callback function I have used a test block in Playwright. So you can see this is a registration from test for this data.firstName. This is how we extract data from an object in JavaScript or TypeScript. So data.firstName will give the first name in each iteration, and same data.lastName. So we are writing asynchronous function here. All the other steps which we have shown in the previous example is same. So we are identifying the locators, we are navigating to the URL, verifying that we are in the home page, and then we are extracting this first name, last name, email, phone number. But you can see here we are not hard coding the fill method, we are getting the data dot first name. So each iteration will be data dot first name will be different. So we will be getting the data and we will be putting that there. So let's execute this script and see. So although this is a test block and this is a single test block, but with the help of test parameterization, this will run 4 times, and 4 times it will execute with different set of data. That's the power of test parameterization. Let's execute this script and see how the flow is going on. So as you can see, it is running 4 tests using one worker. So each time it will execute with different set of data. First time the test ran with different set of data. Next set of data is done. So we are done with 2 iterations. This is the 3rd iteration. And now the final iteration have come. As you can see here, this test executed 4 times with 4 different set of data and registered 4 different users. So this is a concept of test parameterization in Playwright. It is quite a helpful parameterization method. So if you have the scenario where you need to execute same set of test step for different set of data, always remember to use test parameterization. Let's move on. So if you are new to test automation, you might be wondering what is a test hook. So hook is a quite powerful concept in test automation, and this is used across different framework like Selenium, Cypress, Cucumber, and Playwright. The test hook are a special type of methods which we call setup or teardown method, and they provide some set of functionalities which we need to execute those. Let's say sometimes it happens that we need to execute some common test step before the test started, and then we need to execute some test after the test have finished. So all those common test steps we can write in the test hooks, and each framework have a different way to handle those test hooks. They are used to reduce code duplication, as well as use setting up the environment or connecting to database, and this is way how the test hook works. In Playwright provide a different type of test hooks. So basically 4 type of test hook Playwright provide. One is before all, after all, before each, and after each. Let's move on to VS Code to understand the different type of hooks in Playwright. We are in this test hook. So if you are confused what is this test.describe, because we have not used test.describe yet. So test.describe is a functionality to group your Playwright test. So inside this test.describe you can have multiple number of test blocks, and they will be grouped together. And test.describe is basically used when you want to use inside the set of same group of tests using before all, after all, or any kind of other test hooks. So as you can see in this test.describe block, I have 2 different tests These tests are nothing but just clicking on a single click me button and then verifying the success message. And in the next, we are clicking on the double click method and then verifying the success message. So we'll be using test hook in this scenario. So as you can see here, the test.beforeAll will be executed once before the tests are executed in under the test.describe method, and test.afterAll is executed once only after all the test gets executed. So these hooks are you generally used to connecting to database or setting up your environment variable once before the group of tests have been executed, and test.before each is executed before each test has been executed. So you can see here we are navigating to the test URL, then expecting that title to be learn with animesh, and then we are verifying that we are in the home page. So in those both of the tests, those test steps are common. We have to navigate to the home page in order to perform those. So this is the best way. We just put that common code in test.before each, and in the test.after each, after each executed, each test have finished. So after each test have finished, we are closing the page. So this is the best place to place this test step and after each. So this is also a test hook. And if you can see here, this test.describe method, so all the scope of all the hooks are inside this test.describe method. So you can have multiple test.describe inside a same file if you are getting confused. So but this test hook will only be scoped inside this test.describe block. So if you have another test outside this test.before each or any other hooks will not be applicable. So you can create multiple describe block inside a same file, but it's what Playwright suggests is you use test.describe for each set or group of elements, sorry, each set of tests. We can execute this describe block. If you execute this using this Playwright extension, all the two tests will be executed along with the hooks I have used. Let's execute this and see the workflow, how the hooks are used. As you can see, it is using two tests using one worker. First, it will execute the before all and then before each, and two tests passed. Let's examine how the tests have gone through. So you can see here, this connecting to database, this is placed inside before all, it executed only once, and disconnecting from database, this log what I have put inside after all, this has executed only once after all tests have finished. But you can see here, this console.log element which I have put in before each, this will run before each test. This has executed once before this the first test, and also this has also logged here before the second test have executed. That means the before each have called twice, and same with the after each. You can see this this will run after each test. So those are the two call logs. After each have been executed twice, but before all and after all only executed once per describe block. So this is the flow we used test hook. So if you have some common steps you can use in a group of test, you should also always put them inside these hooks, so that it's an efficient way to use this. Time for a knowledge check. If you follow along the lecture, you will be able to answer those questions. Type your answer in the comment section. I will reply if you are correct or not. Thanks guys. Thanks for watching the video. If you like the video, hit the like button, click on subscribe, and follow me on LinkedIn. Check out my website www.learnwithanimesh.com, and all the link to the test code are in my GitHub, and you can find the GitHub link in the description below. So I will see you in the next video.